Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We are on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 108 of that journey, and today's message is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You should always believe in yourself. You should. Here's why. Taking the reins of your own destiny will require that you believe in your God-given gifts to overcome obstacles all along the way. Well, you've done it thus far, haven't you? You've done it thus far. But you can do that in a better mindset. And you become much more powerful in just pinging those obstacles right out of the way because you decide to become your own best friend. And that force of nature that you really are, that force of nature you really are, you let that loose. Okay? But how do you do this when you have the inner voice telling you to constantly play it safe and small? But we take baby steps. We take baby steps, all right, at first. And those baby steps become longer strides until you're jogging. Next thing you know, you're running. Next thing you know, man, you are running the Iron Man. I've got a buddy, Dennis Beardsley. He listens to the podcast every day. He's running his fifth Iron Man, his fifth. He had a heart attack in his fourth and had to have a bunch of new valves put in. I mean, the Iron Man is like, swimming and biking and running and the whole 9 yards forever. It's a half marathon and 122-mile bike ride. Like, good Lord. I couldn't ride to Stewart's from my house. But he's an amazing guy, this Dennis Beardsley. And I want to give him a shout out because recently, and this is a sidebar, so I'm sorry to interrupt, but he had called me when I first started this podcast, and he said, "Hey, Mart, I've been listening to your podcast, and you inspired me to do something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and I'm just going to do it." I go, "Great. What is that?" He goes, "I'm going to paint your partner Gene Coletti's Corvette, 71 Corvette." Well, you see, Dennis started out at the Old Daily as a sidekick cook to Gene. And he was a young kid, just like all of us in the 80s, working at the Old Daily. And he got into body work and doing auto body work after his stint cooking with Gene. But he always admired Gene, and Gene's salt of the earth guy, so how could you not? And they talked about the Corvette even back then. He says, "I'm getting into this, and someday maybe I'll paint that for you." Well, Gene has had this car; it's his baby. He just will not never do anything to it, and we knew it. So Dennis goes, "I'm going to paint it, and it's going to be like, I can't even tell you how much this paint job is worth. It is incredible what this guy is doing for Gene." So right now he's, and we enlisted the help of our buddy Danny Levesque, the gutter king of Troy, the gutter man, Dan the gutter man. And he's also a body guy. He had body shops and the whole thing. And so Dennis worked for Dan. So we asked Dan if he could use his spray booth and the whole thing. And Dennis was a teacher up at Hudson Valley, and just an expert in spraying paint sprays. And he works for PPG, and he does the painting for the U.S. bobsled team, women's bobsled team, all of their bobsleds, the luge team. It's the luge. But at any rate, unbelievable guy. I wish the guy the best on his Ironman, his fifth Ironman. I mean, he is like Iron Man. He's just incredible. And we're going to show Gene's car. We've got a bunch of pictures along the way of the journey. And it was a total surprise to Gene. And so at the end of it, we're going to unveil the paint job for Gene. And he gets to sit in that baby of his and have a new paint job on it like no other, from true pros and friends that just felt like doing something great for another great guy. Whew. Man, a man of Chevets. Doesn't get any more inspiring than that. It's the greatest stuff on earth. What a gift. What a gift, Dennis Beardsley. I know you're jogging at 3 a.m. listening to this. So go get it, Iron Man. You're like the $6 billion man with that new valve of yours. Go crush it, my brother. Much love to you. And thank you for being such a great guy. Thank you for that. You too, Dan Levesque. Thank you, buddy. Okay, here we go. Sidebar story. All right. When a seeming challenge comes your way, recognize it as an opportunity to stretch rather than constrict into your normal box. That box is a trap you keep yourself in. The voice that keeps you, there promises safety. What it really is an illusion of fear, and fear is an illusion. It's an I can't blockade. There's safety in there. Okay, don't jump over that cliff. That's a different thing. But going for your dreams, there's going to be these steps, and these little steps that are going to could seem like a mountain. You can turn them into a molehill when you learn to calm yourself, stay centered in these things, and say it's just part of the process. It's just another step in the process. Bring it down to that simplification. Anytime your ego wants to make a mountain out of just the next step or some little thing that you got to do that you don't want to do, say, all right, here's the deal. It's not that big. Say it to yourself. It's not that big. I'm just going to take care of it. After I'm done with it, I'm going to pat myself on the back for getting another step done. I already see myself patting myself on the back for getting this done. See the end result of that one little step. Take it, knock it out of the park, be done with it, and on to the next one, knowing that that's the same stuff that's going to get you through the next obstacle. It's that same fervor. It's that same, that same beautiful light of yours. It's the flame, baby. It's the flame. It's the fire horse this year. It's your fire horse. Let that baby go. Let it roll. Okay? The voice that keeps you there promises the safety. One small step in the direction of your dream life will soon prove to be larger and larger steps until your belief in your abilities grow to higher and higher levels. That's just growth. And you always ask yourself, do I want any more growth? Well, life is going to bring you that anyway. Life is going to bring you where you got to grow anyway. So best keep those tools sharp. Best keep those tools sharp and continue to grow on purpose so that anything that comes your way, you go, all right, listen, God prepares me with this. He's saying, just stay on this road with me. Keep learning, keep growing. Your blessings will keep coming once you keep blessing yourself. Once you keep blessing yourself with further inner journey. I got more in here. I got more to give. I want to see that. I want to see that while I'm here. I want to give that away while I'm here. Whatever God wants to push through me, that's my mission. That's it. And I know it's going to be fun. And I know it's going to be, there's going to be some of those things along the way that, take higher and more peaceful tools, and some that are just going to be out of the park fun, and some that are going to take everything that you've got. But those are the things that bring you through. It's the same thing that brings you through. The same thing that pats you on the back is that same thing. It's that love, that unconditional love you got to give to yourself first. And that's where God wants you to keep a big full cup of it overflowing all the time. That's why we stay in contact and communion with what we call God, right? The light. The heart is our transmitter and receiver to receive, to listen, to guide. Keep it calm. Every step of the way, you can get a little calm, say, okay, what's the next step? And when things come up and they seem like they're urgent and you got to take care of it right then and there, ask yourself, do I really have to take care of this right now? Or is it just that they want me to take care of it right now and I'm in the middle of something and I've really got to focus on this? Can that wait? And if it can, you give yourself that pressure, take that valve off, I got to do this. I got all this other stuff going on. Give yourself that time, because each thing, deserves its own quality. Whenever you can pull that off. I know multitasking is the thing, but man, if it isn't, and you can handle everything with that quality, give it the quality. It's meaningful and it's purposeful. All right. Always remember that the very important truth about life, God is for you. God is for you. Well, because you're a cup of it. If you're for yourself, God is for you. It's all the same thing. You're a cup of that light. Of course, he's for you. Saying, you're my child of light. I give you free will to go into this dense place, and you can go into darkness and you can get lost there. And you can make a mess of your life, and you can hate yourself, and you can get lost in that horrible forest of who you are not. Who you are not. You can get lost in that forest. It's very easy in this world. All right. So the shame, kick the shame out. The guilt, that's got to go too. All right. You move in with God. You get that. It's coming home, prodigal son or daughter. Come on home. Come on home. I know, I've seen it. I was with you the whole time you were going through all that. I was with you. But I want you to feel the warmth of coming home and being just okay with being who you are and being the best you can be, right? And giving up all the stuff that no longer serves you, right? It's coming home to that truthful peace. There is a peace within you that We all can make a deeper peace within us as part of our daily practice. If we don't practice it, we'll never know it. We'll never know it. Okay? If you decide to rise, you will be helped every step of the way. God helps those who help themselves. Well, that's what it is. We got to get up. You know, the fall down 7, get up 8 times, man. Get up. Get up. Don't listen to that voice that tells you to stay down. Don't listen to that voice, you know. It's like Rocky Balboa. You get up. You get up and you keep swinging, you know, and eventually your swings are going to get sharper and more crisp and more accurate, and you're going to be more effective, and you're going to be moving forward in life with a fervor that you have not had before, because now you got your giddy up energy because you're going in the right direction with the right force, with the right attitude. It's all of that. Pack all that together as your new superhero self. Okay? So, and you're going to be helped all along the way when you're rising and you've been lost in those woods and you're coming out and you're doing better and you're getting past some stuff. Okay, you're going to find that help is there for you. If you weren't helping yourself before, then and you didn't want that help before, then people aren't going to want to help you because you won't accept it yet. But when you do, and you open yourself to that, then that door is going to lead you to you being your own hero. You keep going in that direction. Keep going in that direction. People would love to help you there because they've been there. No matter what it is, they've been there. And you find that. You'll find that way. Okay? And then it'll pull you and you'll say, okay, I finally found some peace here. And I feel like I'm with people who understand what the hell I'm talking about and all that stuff. Okay? It's out there for you. But you are that wizard. You are that magician, you know? So you've got to take up that charge. You've got to take it up. Why would you go through life playing it small when you inherently have all you need to rise? Fear is the opposite of truth. It's a lie. You'll see that when you take the brave steps to grow. Those baby steps. Hey, every one of them matters. Every single one, as long as you stay consistent. As long as you stay consistent. They matter. Don't let them slip away. Add to that step. Add to that step. Okay? You'll see. You'll see. It's waiting for you. What you want is waiting for you to take those steps. Okay. Yes, you may stumble along the way, but that's normal when you choose to run instead of crawl. But crawling's okay at first. You know, you got to crawl before you can walk, and walk before you can run, and all of it. All right. No matter where you are in your life, you know, you can feel like you're crawling again. I know that feeling. I've had to crawl again and then find my way up a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more until I could breathe again. Yep. We've all been there. We've all been there. So best way is to stay in that boat where you're not rowing upstream against yourself, with that ego in front, self-doubt, hatred, all that crap. No. And obstacles are just a test of your will to grow. Blow them right out of your way. These are there for you on purpose. The so-called easy road, you know, easy road it doesn't exist. You try to go the easy road sometimes, just gets harder. It gets harder because you're using old tools, because you have not used anything to grow. And unless you grow new tools and sharpen ones that you may have had handed to you, keep them sharp, because you're in growth. You're going to need them. You're always going to need them. So stay your best friend and stay on that path. Stay on that path of inner growth. Obstacles are just a test of your will to grow. Blow right out of them. Nothing great ever happened on that mediocre road of just not taking God up on his offer of, and you know what it is? It's like the offer is just like, do you want the biggest, most beautiful, most meaningful ride while you're here of your life? Well, then that's going to take love. That is love. It's love in all its forms. And when you learn that you are that, you move closer to that. And all of a sudden your life starts to change. Mysterious. Because you've sided with yourself, being the same self as your higher self. This Marty Carey has a higher self that I listen to and hear and guides me. And you have that too. It's uncover it with the clutter of your ego and the bullshit that we store in here of anger and bitterness and stuff that weighs us down. Right? We talk about it every day. It's just unnecessary weight. We don't know how to get rid of it, but there is a way to get rid of it. Walk in the light, and it will show you the way. Show you the way. The things that you once thought were so important are going to fade away to like, man, you already know things that you used to think were important. That now you go, I wouldn't give that the time of day. Well, that's growth. That's growth. And we're going to continue to do that. We grow until we go. We grow until we go. So embrace it. Embrace it. Don't resist it. Roll with it. Roll with it. Right? There is no growth in that comfort zone. So you can always be content wherever you are. In fact, being content with who you are and what you have is a blessing. It offers the gold of inner peace. Well, boy, I'll tell you what, inner peace is quite the gold. You know when you're out of that inner peace where you want to be back in it, don't you? When in some kind of chaos or some kind of bullcrap, and you go, oh, I miss my peace. I got to get back to my peace, because you've learned how to do it. You've found your little Shangri-La inside, and you don't want that disturbed. So, but you use that through that chaos as well. You have a different, calmer approach to it. You have a different approach to it now, because all right, this is just something that needs tending to. I'm going to put my gold into this. I'm going to alchemize this, change the energy of it if I can. And if not, plant some seeds of love along the way so that it can take care of itself, and bless the situation with light. I bless this with light. It's an ugly bag of shit. I bless it with light that is a good outcome for this, because right now it looks ugly. That's a great prayer for alchemy. I bless this to come back in form of light, in some form or fashion. And that's what happens. I mean, that's how we always come back. That's how we always come back from our little dramas. Let's come back into that peace of going, all right, I don't have anything going now with my spouse, or I'm not having a fight with anybody now. I'm just in peace. Nobody's looking for me. I'm not looking for anybody else. None of that stuff. Right? That peace is valuable. That peace is very valuable. So cultivate it. CTA today, stretching and growing are part of your divine purpose. Giving all you have every day is part of the bargain. Never let yourself down. Believe in yourself and your ability to co-create your life with your higher power. Start creating something new today. Today. Like I say, now is always the time. Today is always the day. Now, work on that dream of yours, even if it's one more step, even if it's one little step, boom, in progress. I promise you, progress in your dream will just pull you. It always does. No matter what you do, no matter what you intend to build or produce or sing or cook or whatever it is that you do and you put your magic into, it's shown. If you take pride in what you do and you really try to hone it as your craft, well, then that person loves what they do. Then that's what they love to do. And that's worth a lot more than that love is in there. A lot more. All right, guys, I wish you all a great day today. Much love and light, and go out and spread the good stuff. See you tomorrow.